up your instrument and you just go, you know, and you can kind of warm up as, you know, if you feel really cold, you know, you can just you can slow down a bit. It's such a nice way to start with the instrument. So really encourage you. And that was probably a minute, you know. Nice to think about choosing a key first. For demonstration's sake, I'll choose A major. It's got a bit certain mood to it. Think about a plan, so you could just go to some ternary form, binary form, some of the conventional forms, and then start to think about phrase structure. So you kind of go, you can think big picture first, phrase structure next. And if you're improvising, purely improvising this, like without writing it down, you know, your form could be quite short, like 4 bars of an A section, 4 bars of a B section, and try to remember what you did again for the final 4 bars. You know what I mean? Go repeat the A again. But you could also just quickly, it's like almost writing a chart, you know, like a chord chart, like what jazz musos do. This is what I've got here. 4 bar phrases, A, B, A, and I've just got basic, I haven't got too many chords mapped out, but just the tail, you know, the top and the tail of each phrase sort of thing. So the start and the end of each phrase. This is an example of something, but I could try to improvise. So using this, I mean, you can still call it an improvisation, even though there's quite a bit of planning to it. Yeah. So if I start, and I'm just using, I'll show you what my materials are. So if you go to fundamental harmony, you'll see the materials there. So whenever I see A major in the plan, I'll use one of these open triads. You could use closed triads if you like to, but the beauty of open triads is that it kind of creates this full texture, because you get like a bass and a melody and a middle part, sort of like a complete texture in itself. Whereas the closed, you say open, so like that kind of thing. Whereas the closed triads are a bit more like they're not as independent, like the notes kind of sound, you don't get that kind of distinction in the texture as much. So I think that's why the open triads work really nicely. So if I see A major in the plan, I've got all of these to choose from. It's quite a bit. All of those to choose from there. And then if I see E major in the plan, I'll actually go to the E major triads. And now I've got all of those to choose from. D major, I'll go back to D major, and I've got all of those to choose from. Yeah. And the only other one is B major. So then I'd go to B major, and I would have all of these to choose from. So you got quite a bit of a palette of chords there. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to literally just play block triads, and where it's indicated, I'll stick to that. But in the middle, I might venture around a little bit. Here we go. So I'm going to start with A major, and I'll keep the rhythm. Maybe could be nice, since we've mentioned rhythmic motive, you know, it could be nice to get a bit of a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. What's a good rhythm I could do? 1, 2, 2, 1. So I'll just do. Now I'm at bar 4. I kind of added a bar. Okay, so there's my question. If I did a parallel period, I have to kind of remember what I did. So I'll do. Okay, there's my answer. Now I'll go to D major. major. Do another parallel period. B major. I don't know if that's gonna. It's not the smoothest, but try to remember what I did in the A section. Add a harmonic or something, and then